Welcome to part 2 of this screencast on mobile blogging. We're going to be looking at some free open source ways of hosting your blog and accessing it via your mobile device, in this case mobile phones, and also RSS reading. And finally, for older phones that aren't internet capable, we'll also look at how you can use SMS text messaging to post to your blog on WordPress or blogger.com. So that's where we're heading. So back to using these devices, and we're going to have a look at a few links and see what we can do with these devices. So here we go. Right, so here's a few links that we're going to look at. So WordPress is currently my favorite blogging host, free blogging host, just because of the features that it has, and has a great mobile interface as well, and all you need is an internet capable cell phone or mobile device with a web browser built in, and then you can access your blog once it's been set up at wordpress.com. And we're also going to have a look at photo blogging using Flickr and the mobile interface for Flickr. And then for RSS reading, for subscribing to a group of blogs or news sites using Google Reader. And once again, Google Reader has a fantastic and very simple mobile interface as well. And then finally, we're going to have a look at letmeparty.com, which is a free way of linking your cell phone number to your blog, whether that be WordPress or Blogger or Typepad or whatever type of blog that you have. And then you can send a text message to letmeparty.com, and then they forward that on to your blog. So all you need for that is to have your blog already set up using a computer, and then just use your text messaging on your phone to send blog messages to your blog. Now of course then you're limited to 160 text characters. And finally we'll have a look at Opera Mini and the demo online, so that if you don't have currently an internet capable cell phone, you can have a play with Opera Mini online and see what it's going to look like. So first of all, let's just have a look at what WordPress looks like and Flickr looks like, and the process of quickly setting those up. So first of all, we're having a look here at WordPress. It's just loading up. So all you need to do is click on this big blue button here that says start your WordPress blog, and it takes you through the whole wizard. It's just a simple wizard that goes through, and you put in a real email address because they send you an authentication link. You choose a username and a password, and that's all there is to it. So I've already done that, so I'm going to log on using my username and password, and we'll just quickly have a look at my WordPress blog, and then we'll have a look at the mobile interface to it. So it's just logging on. Here we go. So here it is, and what it's done is put up the top here this extra bar called the dashboard, which is where you can get into your account and edit your profile, to your dashboard where you can edit the settings of your blog, and you can go in there and make a new posting. So if we go into my dashboard, you can see all the various options that you have for configuring your WordPress blog, and there's quite a few. You can change the template under presentation. So if you want to change the way it looks, there's quite a large range of different templates there that you can choose from, and they're all just loading there in the background. And you just click on the template that you want, and you can modify it at any stage, and it doesn't change any of your blog posts. They stay there in the database. And if you want to actually view your site, we'll just click on View Site here, give you a quick look at what my WordPress blog looks like. So here it is. I've just called it Exploring Educational Technology. And one of the cool things about WordPress is that you can also have associated static pages. So I've got a few static pages here, as well as the main blog page. So under Photos, if I have a look under Photos for instance, here's a page where I've just put up a photo, a link to my Flickr photos on the right hand side, and then I've got a little interactive slideshow here that I created at slide.com, and that's just brought that into Flickr. into WordPress. Okay. Let's just go back and let's have a look at Flickr. We'll come back to the mobile interfaces for these shortly, but let's just have a look at what they look like on a computer on the web. So here's Flickr, and for those of you who haven't used Flickr, Flickr is an online photo album. So instead of blogging with text, what you're doing is you're blogging with photos, and then you can link these to your main blog if you want to, or insert them or embed them into other websites if you like. So you can take the tour, you can sign up, or if you're already signed up, you can just log in. So I'll just sign in here. I've already got a membership. It's just loading. Here it comes. And of course Yahoo have bought Flickr, so the best way to do it is to create a Yahoo account, which I've done. So I'll just sign in there and have a quick look at my Flickr account. Nothing too exciting in there, I just use it for demoing really. So it's just loading now. And Flickr has a great little interface called Blog This. You can set up your main blog via a link inside Flickr, and then choose any photo, click on it, go blog this, and it will then insert it directly into your main blog, whether that be WordPress or blogger.com or wherever it's hosted. It's just taking a little while to load here. Now it's loading up. So here's the main interface for Flickr, and I can go and check my photos. I can upload more photos. People can put comments on photos, and it looks like there have been some new comments put onto my photos. So this is a great way of interacting visually. So if you've got more of a visual dimension for students, then Flickr is a great way to go. And there you can see my nephew's using some Palm PDAs. Surprising how easy those devices are to use. Okay, so that's what Flickr looks like. Just get back out of there. Okay, and let's just have a quick look at Google Reader while we're here. So it's just loading up Google Reader. Once again, I'll just log in. Now for Google Reader, what you need is a Gmail account, and Gmail is now free for anyone. So let's just sign in there. And what Google Reader is an RSS reader, which is a rich site summary. It allows you to subscribe to blogs and to news sites, so they're automatically updated, and you're notified whenever there's anything new posted in your blogs that you've subscribed to. Down the left hand side there you can see I've put them into different folders. So I've got a group of student blogs here under Diploma Landscape Design 2007, and I can see there's 23 new postings there since I last checked in Google Reader, and I can scroll through those and see someone's been putting lots of nice photos into their blog, other people have been putting text comments in, etc. And we'll probably see there's even some YouTube videos that have been uploaded into these student blogs as well. So that's the PC interface for Google Reader, and in a moment we're going to have a look at the mobile interface for these three sites as well. And of course, don't forget, all of these are free. You don't need to pay anything for any of these. Okay, so let's have a look at the mobile interfaces for those three, and then we're going to go on to letmeparty.com after that. So what we need is obviously a mobile device, a cell phone that has an internet connection. Now this is the mobile interface, obviously a lot larger on the screen here, that you would see on your cell phone. Obviously it would be smaller, but this is basically the interface. So I'm running this inside Opera because Opera also runs on mobile, just about any mobile device that runs Java. So if I just log into my WordPress blog here, again as if I was on my mobile device, just log in. This would be the interface that we get to using m.wordpress.com. So we just put that URL into the web browser on your mobile phone, and this is the basic interface. We can select the actual blog link if we want to actually view it on your mobile device. If you want to post to your blog using your mobile device, you select post using your up and down arrows on your phone. So here's the interface, and if I just put a title in here, and then the content of my post, just keep it very short, and then we can put some tags down here, separate them with commas, and then when we're ready, you just select publish using your, once again, your up and down arrows on your phone, and we'll send that post to your blog. And if we want to go and check that, we can just go back to my main blog interface and have a look. So let's just go back here, go back to wordpress.com, and we'll just go and have a look at my blog. And you can see there in the list that it's come up top of my blog now, Mobile Blogging from Opera. That's the post we just sent from the mobile interface. So it's all very simple. Okay, so let's have a look at the mobile interface for Flickr. So if you have a camera phone, you can take photos with your camera, and then you just use your web browser to view and upload photos directly into Flickr. So this is the mobile interface for Flickr. It's just m.flickr.com. So I can sign in once again. Okay, so it's remembered my username. I just need to put my password in again. So this is as if I was on my mobile phone. And this will give us the interface, the mobile interface for Flickr. So here we go, we can see recent activities, photos from my contacts. I can upload a photo, I can view my photos, and I can browse and view anyone else's photos who've made them public on Flickr. So if I have a look at my photos, it turns it into a scrolling list of my photos that you can see my nephews again with their palms playing, and we have various pages that we can select. Obviously it tries to keep the what you see on the screen a lot smaller for a mobile interface than for the full PC interface, and you can see that's pretty easy to access on your mobile device. Okay, so let's go and have a look now at the Google Reader mobile interface. Okay, here we go. Just choose this the right page, and because I logged into Google before, it's brought it up straight away, so it's remembered I'm still logged in, although I've gone into the mobile interface version here. Now I can make that a little bit bigger for you to be able to see on the big screen, but effectively what it does is give you a text list of all your RSS subscriptions and links. And what I like is that there's shortcuts here, so it gives us 9 links, because on most phones, of course, there's 9 buttons plus the 0 makes 10. You can use your hash key to mark these as read. It tries to put a list of your most currently viewed RSS feeds in the top list for you, or you can search it via your subscriptions, and you just use your up-down keys on your cell phone to view those, and then you can go in and view any particular subscription that you have there. So here's one from Flower Show for this year on the student blogs that I showed you before, and here's the blog, just a very short overview saying last week we met at Kirsten's, etc, etc, and if I wanted to I could click on it and it would actually take me to that blog in my mobile web interface. So that's Mobile Google Reader. Okay, well, the next thing I wanted to show you was for those people who don't have an internet capable phone, which is getting a smaller and smaller number of phones these days because most phones are internet capable. But if you've got a very cheap cell phone or you don't want to pay for an internet connection, data connection for your cell phone, you can blog to WordPress or blogger.com or any number of blogs just using text messaging by setting up at letmeparty.com. So here it is. And basically what it is you send a text message to this number here, which is an American number, so you need the plus. +1 is for America, and that's the cell phone number that you send your text message to, and then it gets forwarded on to your blog because it's got your phone number in the database. So you just create a free username and password. I'm just going to log in because I've already created an account. Now this works best using Firefox when you're setting it up. So I'll just put my username in there, that might help, and my password, and then log in. If you're using Internet Explorer, the JavaScript doesn't work very well, so on a Mac or a PC it's best to use Firefox for this particular site. And you can see I've registered my Blogger blog, and I've got two separate WordPress blogs there, so that when I send a text message to letmeparty.com to this phone number here, it'll send that message on to my Blogger blog and onto these two WordPress blogs at the same time. So that's all there is to it, and you can choose the various options. It's got various options you can choose as well. It's quite a nice little interface. So let's have a look at actually sending a text message to letmeparty.com and see if it ends up in my blog. So I'm going to do this by using a little Bluetooth program called Bluephone Elite, and what this does is let me synchronize to my Bluetooth cell phone, and I can send a text message directly from my computer without having to type on the keys of my actual cell phone. I can just do all the messaging on my computer keyboard. So what I've done is just made a bookmark for letmeparty.com. So if I put it in here it comes. It's found in my address book. There's the number, and then I just put the message in here, remembering to keep it down to 160 characters. So we'll just put something pretty simple here. So my cell phone is a Sony Ericsson M600, and if I just click on save, it sends that via my cell phone now. You can see it's sending via my cell phone to letmeparty.com, and then letmeparty.com will forward that on to my 3 different blogs. So let's just go back to WordPress and see if it's arrived there. Okay, so I logged out, so I need to log back in. So just logging back into WordPress. Now sometimes this can take a bit of time, depending on how busy the servers are. It may take a little bit of time for your text message to actually arrive at your blog. But let's just go and check, see if it's arrived there yet. No, it hasn't yet, so we'll have to come back and check that in a few minutes. Okay, well, next thing I wanted to show you was Splashblog. Now Splashblog works on smartphones, so if you have a Palm OS Trio cell phone, or you have a Windows Mobile cell phone, or you have a Nokia Symbian S60 cell phone, or an older Sony Ericsson cell phone, you can download Splashblog directly to your cell phone and use that for uploading photos and have an online blog. And this is a great little system, but it does require basically a smartphone, a bit more of an expensive phone. So if I just go and sign in here, should be able to see my account here on Splashblog. Once again, there's not too much here, I'll just use it for demoing. And there it is. So this is the management interface for Splashblog. You can see the CTLI team there at lunch. That was the last photo that I uploaded to Splashblog. And we can do various things with the interface here for Splashblog. And the beauty of Splashblog is that the little mobile client that lives on your smartphone gives you access to all of these tools directly on your cell phone, so you don't have to use the PC interface. If you can't get to a PC, you can do it all on your mobile device. Okay, then finally, for those of you who want to have a play with this but don't have an internet capable cell phone, or perhaps you don't want to pay out for a data connection just yet, you want to have a play with it, you can log on to the Opera Mini website for free and use their online simulator and see what your mobile interface is going to be like. So here's the Opera Mini mobile interface, and you can just use the keys to navigate around the interface here and basically do anything that you could as if it was on your real cell phone. So to have a play with all these various items that we've been having a look at, let's have a look at these links once again, and I'll just leave you with these links. So these are the links that I recommend that you have a look at. WordPress for setting up your WordPress blog, then the mobile interface for accessing it via your mobile device, Flickr.com for your photo blog, and then the mobile interface for Flickr for subscribing to student blogs or other news feeds using the free Google Reader, and then you can use the mobile view on your mobile device. And if you want to use text messaging for blogging to your blog, check out letmeparty.com. And finally, if you want to just preview these using an online simulator, there's the link for Opera Mini. Thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed the show.